All right. It's time for the next episode of the Florencio Files. The replay here in this one, it was called Oh Hannah. Not Ohana, Oh Hannah. Like Hannah Montana. I don't know what that means. But it was sent in by this legend down here who apparently has a new alias. Nimble Nexus. Down here at the bottom right hand side in the blue, it's Florencio. Also goes by the Sewer Mermaid, Lord of the Feces, Shower Shitter, Master of the Guac, and holder of the Xbox controller. Of course, he is a friend and ally to the great Neeb, American champion and god, the man who can swim through land, and has currently been trying to get lessons off Florencio on how to swim through shit. He says, swimming through land, easy. I can do that because I'm a god. Swimming through shit, though, not sure if I can pull that one off. So Florencio's actually been taking him to his science school for kids who don't macro good, and Neeb has so far been failing most of his lessons, but it's kind of like an exchange program. You know, Neeb tries to teach Florencio how to micro and control his shit, and Florencio tries to teach Neeb how to swim through shit and just be a full-on sewer mermaid. Speaking of sewer mermaid, he's up against a red Zerg player in the top left. It is a beautiful, beautiful clan manager and absolute boss from my clan Taste the Bacon. It's Booyah! Good to see these two running into each other on the ladder. Oh no! Oh no! There's a cheeky pylon! Cheeky fucking pylon. This was a forge into a gateway. Only one probe on the map. No, there's another one up there. What's he doing? He's hiding. Oh my god, Booyah has no idea. Oh no! Booyah! Where's the probe? So, if you guys are ever a Zerg, you see a probe scout, and then you don't see the probe, fucking, you need to hear the sound of an alarm bell ringing in your head, okay, guys? You need to hear the real fucking loud alarm going off. You need to start screaming, throwing your hands in the air, running around in circles like, oh shit, man. You need to imagine you're a woman driving a car in a Hollywood film. I'm talking you see an obstacle or a deer and you immediately put your foot on the accelerator and steer towards it. Like, I'm talking that amount of panic. It is like, whoa, that is what you need to do. I mean, I think Booyah is maybe a little bit too late to steer towards this deer. He is steering towards the deer though. And oh, that was not a deer. That was a full-grown male moose. It was 1.5 tons and it just destroyed the front of Booyah's car. Booyah decides, you know what, I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna drive backwards from this one. Let's try and actually, there's a brake. I can use the brake. Oh my god. It's gonna build a spine over there to zone. It's gonna go for a lair. It's gonna proxy a hatch here. Florencio's already on top of it because he's a douchebag. This overlord's getting bullied by that cannon. It's like, hey, no bully. This cannon's like, mate, you've been picking on people on the internet. Welcome to bully hunters. And the overlord's like, oh no. Oh, actually, you didn't really do anything. I can still just watch you from here and be a sick pervert. The cannon's like, yeah, all right. Maybe I'm not the best bully, but I'll have a go. Speaking of which, Bully is like, I think I'm in a good spot. There's no way he'll find this expansion. Florencio is like, dude, this is my natural. Why are you taking my natural? Like, why would you do this? This is my expansion. I don't know why you would take this hatchery. Bully thinks he's being clever. Unfortunately, Florencio is always one step ahead. 3 steps backwards, 1 step to the side, through the inside down, the upside out, and comes out the multiverse, and somehow always has cannons at your base before it even finishes. Booyah gets the moment of realization as the hatchery finishes. It suddenly apparently has eyeballs. I guess that's what these are, eyeballs that can kind of see around, and he goes, fuck you, Florencio. Fuck you. Florencio says, no worries. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Bully is like, god damn it, 1 base swarm host, let's do it. Infestation, but there's actually one of the good ways to break out slowly over time. But because these cannons are denying that gas, he can't do it very efficiently. There's a hatchery in the top side of the map as well. And looks like that's going to be going down. 1 drone got built from it. So Bully is trying to take another base. Little does he know, it's right next to Florencio's natural. Florencio's like, I guess I have to take my 3rd base over here. And then builds, yeah, I'm guessing Chad Rays, probably Oracles actually. He loves mass disco ball. He loves to like kind of just drop balls on his opponent's face, but he's going to start with some Chads. Okay, I like it. Mixes it up. Starts with a Chad. I feel like they will spell doom for that hatchery. And while Swarmos are very good for killing cannons over time, they're not very good at shooting up. In fact, they don't shoot up at all. It's kind of like, I mean, if we think about the Swarmos as a unit, right? You know, we always talk about how it's basically a mum who throws her fucking babies. Just like the Broodlord does it with a bit more power, like with a slingshot. The Swarmhost is like actually designed to throw its babies into combat, right? But if you've ever seen weaponized baby throwing, it just doesn't work against Chad Rays. This is like someone's got a bunch of fucking Apache attack helicopters and there's someone throwing burning coconuts at it. Or burning babies in this case. It's just not going to work. You're not going to hit it. It's too fast. It's too high. So Swarmhost not going to be the best answer here. More queens are on the way from the expansion, but Boolia has no idea. I mean, Florencio doesn't know either, but it's only a matter of time. This is a tough position for Boolia. Meanwhile, no expansion there. Boolia's like, you must be on one base. Little does Boolia know that Florencio is just feeling a bit of an itch. Is like, oh, I want to recall so bad. Is holding it in. So recently has been practicing Tantric recall, where one actually avoids recall climaxing as much as possible. You know, Florencio basically had this moment when Neeb was over, and Neeb was like, mate, I think you might actually have a problem. I think you might be addicted to recall. Florencio was like, that's not fucking true. But anyway, there's a whole back and forth to it. There was a whole story to it. And eventually Florencio actually said, you know what, Neeb, I will prove it to you. I won't recall for the first 7 minutes of a game. And I mean, right now that main's oversaturated. It would actually be a good strategic move to recall right now. But he's holding it in. Neeb's there. He's like, you sure you don't want to recall, buddy? You sure you don't want to fucking recall it? And Florencio's like, I can hold it in, man. I'm not addicted. I don't need to do it. Like, it doesn't rule my life. It doesn't rule my life. We're going to go to Florencio's camera to really get inside the mind of the addict as he tries to resist the urge to do that juicy recall. Let's bring up the hotkeys, by the way. What the fuck? He hotkeyed his Stargates. Ha! Neeb has definitely been having an influence. Even while Neeb learns how to play like more of a filthy piece of shit, he also is picking up, Florencio is picking up some habits there. Hotkeying, a second hotkey. I mean, that's just insane. Oh, disco balls running. Bullia's like, oh, this is some bullshit, man. That's not cool. The drones are trying to get the hell out of there. But that's 3-3. That's 3 hungry disco balls, and they are going to kill the drones. Great observing there. Good camera work, Pig. Impressive. Still hasn't recalled. Main base, terribly oversaturated. He's holding it in. He's resisting. He's going to wait for that moment of sweet orgasmic recall. He's going to hold on. Is he... You know what? It's past 7 minutes, and he's still holding it in. Neeb's like, you know you can recall now, right? You hit your goal. Florencio's like, I can go longer. I can go longer. Neeb's like, you sure about that, buddy? Florencio has a vein throbbing in the fucking top of his head. There's sweat dripping from his brow. He's like, I'm not an addict. I can stop recalling whenever I want, man. Neeb's subtly taunting him. He's like, no worries. I guess you look fine. I guess you have more discipline than I realized. Florencio's fucking dying inside. He needs to recall so badly. It's what he lives for. His entire life. Pleasure is based around recalling, and it looks like I think Boolia might push him over the edge. You know, it's already been a good idea to recall for a while. He's resisted, but look at that. Oh, a cheeky butthole in the main. I don't think he's going to be able to resist. Neeb's like, oh, you know what that means? You know what that means, buddy? You know you're going to have to recall. Florencio's like, I'm not an addict. I can hold it back. I can hold it back. Neeb's like, give in to the dark side. You know you want to. Just recall those juicy probes out of there. Florencio's like, fuck you, Neeb. Stop taunting me. I'm in control of my own destiny. Instead, he builds a nexus there, shuts down the Nidus Worm and says, I don't need to recall. I am my own man and I can resist this urge. I don't know. I think he might have a stroke if he keeps this up. But somehow Florencio is resisting the urge. I can't believe. Oh! And then... in one moment, he thought Neeb wasn't looking, he felt like he wasn't being judged, and he just fucking injects deep, sits back and goes, oh, recall! His eyes roll into the back of his head, he slides to the floor, his head lolling about on the couch. Sweet, sweet release. He's not even going to put the probes on mining. He's literally taken his fucking hands off the mouse and keyboard. It feels so good. He never thought a recall could feel that good. Holy damn, that great, sweet release there. Puts his hands back on the keyboard and says, okay. Whew. I never realized that'd be so damn good. Manages to stay in the game whilst also exercising a surprising amount of self-control. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with Florencio. I don't know about you guys at home, but I feel like I'm kind of Florencio's dad. I'm his internet dad, and I'm a proud father right now, you know? He's like, not only does he teach people how to swim through shit, but he can teach people how to not swim through shit. He can teach people how to exercise insane levels of self-control. And I think now he deserves a nice, sweet finish. He's done his recall. He's got his laser beams turned on. He's just going to just take everything down. The Spore Crawler gets a single Oracle kill. Everything and getting massacred. Bullier's got a Nidus Worm, but I don't even know what he's got in there. A couple of Swarm Hosts. That ain't going to do... Oh my god, that's a lot of Swarm Hosts, actually. Never mind. I thought Bullier was dead. He's got 12 Swarm Hosts. Oh god. Oh god, holding off the recall for so long actually did hurt Florencio a bit. He's going to lose this base for suresies. Maybe not on this wave, but on the next one, I think. The Queens are pulling out home, but the Natural's being lost. Bullier's on one base with only 4 mineral patches left. He's in trubs for sure. We've still got Mr. Nimble Nexus Florencio with a full mining base that's reasonably fresh and does clean up another Nidus Worm. Bullier's money is running out. He's got a lot of transfuse, but 7 queens. I don't know if that's enough. We're looking at 9 oracles, soon to be 11 oracles. I think 2 more just popped out. Yeah, that's 11 oracles. 2 Chad Rays leading the charge, as always. Look at that. They've both got 7 kills. Look at this tag team mother truck. Do you guys ever watch... Oh, shit. What was that movie where Jackie Chan and his twin both were... Like, one was a cop and one was like a bit of like a criminal type guy, but they were like separated at birth. And then Van Damme did like an exact copycat Western movie. Medallion? Is that what it's called? I think Twin Dragon. I think Twin Dragon is what it was called. Yeah. Oh my god. These two Chad Rays are like, yeah, that's like Jackie Chan towards the end of that movie. Or Van Damme, if you guys never saw the classic Hong Kong Jackie Chan version. Great movie. It's like, you know, they start out, one of them's like straight edge cop or whatever, and the other one's all like, oh yeah, I'm a bit dodgy and shit. But then at the end, they're like high-fiving each other. They're working together. They're sharing their kills. They're high-fiving. They're generally just chatting it up, you know? It's called one. It's not called one. You guys are all just lying. Pretty sure Twin Dragon sounds correct. Some people are saying the Medallion. A lot of people are saying the Medallion. I'm going to double check later. I'm going to double check after this game. Great movie. Classic action movies. Anyone who's never watched all the old Jackie Chan Hong Kong movies, they're the best. They're so good. They're all just incredibly silly, but they're all kind of amazing. All right. Oh. Welcome to Freezy. Florencio's like, come out, buddy. Come on out. Stasis is 2 of the queens. Bullier pops out. 2 Chads in there. Whole bunch of pledges all there. And they just obliterate Bullier's last attempt at this game. All the disco ball energy is gone. And at this point, Florencio is indeed playing with his food. Bullier's last 2 queens about to pop out of the stasis trap. And those Chads are going to have something to say about this. Queen's trying to run. Oh no. That's like when you see someone on one of those mobility scooters in a highway chase, and they've got like a shotgun, and they're on a mobility scooter, and they're going down the freeway, and there's like 10 police cars going behind them at like 5 k's an hour. Oh my god, poor queen. Holy shit. Last attempt here from Bullier. I mean, surely you've got to give up. Florencio is just—he's not even enjoying it anymore. He's just like, let's just fuck her. He lets him escape. Neeb's like, you idiot. Why would you not focus down the Nidus Worms so they couldn't escape? Florencio's like, big dick boys, man. Neeb's like, what does that even mean? Florencio's like, big dick boys? Okay. Neeb's like, that makes no sense. You're a fucking weirdo, Florencio. Why would you not kill every Swarm Host and win the game? Florencio just shrugs. He's like, one day you'll learn. This is all part of the lesson. Neve's like, no, seriously, I should be teaching you. I don't care about swimming through shit anymore. Having to fucking stay under you and study under you is terrible. Florencio just looks at him, hands him a fresh bowl of guac, some beautiful fucking corn chips. Neve shuts the fuck up and starts stuffing his face. He's like, I can't resist this guac. I'll be enslaved to you forever. Florencio's like, that's right, me boy. And Neve goes back to just rolling his eyes in the background and generally laughing at Florencio's incredible game choices. Can we all have a moment of silence, by the way, for everyone who's watching live? Maybe if you're watching at home on YouTube after the cast as well, you can do it. Can we have a moment of silence for Bullier in this game? Has anyone ever played a game like this? Like, this very rare time where you're in Bullier's shoes and you're having fun and you're like, oh, we'll just fuck around and see how it goes. I'd say 90% of the time, the player in Bullier's shoes, it's probably... they're basically planning how to break the keyboard at this point. Like, oh, they can't even get back in the Nidus when the fresh one pops out to save them, and like 2 Swarmos get out. The Nexus did die there, but he's taken his natural that was blocked earlier in the game by that proxy hatch, and I think at this point, yeah, Bully is like throwing his headset on the ground, he's kicking his desk, thumps are going down. I think we should all, yeah, just take a moment, because we've all been cannon rushed before. We've all dealt with people killing our expansions, getting us with mass oracles. You know, it's hard. So hats off to Bullier for fighting as long as he has. But I feel like at this point, maybe he should be considering throwing the towel in, you know? This is like in one of those boxing fights where the guy's like got an eyeball hanging out and his fucking face is bleeding and his jaw is clearly dislocated. It's fucking wobbling from side to side. He's like, nah, I can still fight. I got this. And they're like, yeah, we should let him go a few more rounds. And thankfully the doctor comes in and is like, dude, no, stop. And yep, Florencio comes in. He lands a fucking right hook. I believe Bullier's jaw literally just fell off his face. Blood dripping out of his eye sockets. And he's literally dead. Yes, he's dead. And Florencio with a little bit of celebration. You know, Florencio is the sort of person who would, after killing someone in the boxing ring, I think stand over their corpse and start doing a Fortnite dance, you know? He'd he'd be like, yo, he'd shout out to his corner. He'd be like, guys, get out your phone, take an Insta photo. He'd pose with the corpse and doing like a thumbs up or a peace sign or something. And he would just have zero. He's like, nah, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, whatever. He's like, you just killed a man. Florencio gives 0 fucks. Not 1 fuck. Not negative fucks. But precisely 0 fucks were given. Hats off to you, Florencio, you sick sewer mermaid. That was disgusting. Thank you.